Greetings, this is This, and I am me, and we're starting day 31. Last episode, I had to split into two parts. Well, like the last day, I had to split into two parts. But we're back now with hopefully a lot more information and a lot to do. I'll draft these first rooms while I'm talking. I just want to say, before I forget, there's a couple things to say, but the one thing I want to say is the comments. With every passing day that goes by, that I ignore the comments even more. I'm just like I have to say something about it, because I know I've mentioned it here and there, and I should be saying something about it in every video, because I'm ignoring all the comments pretty much, but I just don't want to get spoilers. I have a gem for this, right? Okay, let's get this right ahead of time. I don't want to get spoilers, and the way that I see, so I'll see comments as they are rolling in, but I have to like I've said before, I have to squint look, because I don't want anything to be a spoiler. Ooh, these are all a perfect corner room. They usually say go for the gems first, so let's go for the gems first. I'll squint look, and if it seems if it's not for blueprints, I can read a good bit of it, or maybe read the whole thing, but I can at least read how much is showing up when I am first seeing the notification style vibe for it, not going to see it. I always feel I know what I'm gonna say, but then I'm busy trying to play a game and think about the game and what I was gonna say, and the comments, if it is for blueprints, I'm squint looking at it to see does this seem oh, I liked that part, or information, because if it's information, then I don't want to read the whole thing. So we could go utility closet here. Let's get all these early things early. Keycard entry system off, gymnasium off, garage on. You gotta come back for the dark room anyway, unless otherwise stated. Okay, and so I haven't answered any comments of any kind in an extremely long time at this point, and I'm just saying I acknowledge that, okay? I am still seeing a good bit of them, but also, and most of you guys I'm sure are used to that happening, but I feel it's been longer than it usually is when it's been a long time. But when it comes to the other comments for other videos, not blueprints, the way that I see the comments, they all are in one big list. So I'd have to be scrolling past blueprints comments to get to the comments for other videos as well. So it's just, it's dangerous. But I wanted to say specifically that I see you and I appreciate you. Those of you who have been saying, do not read this comment, it has spoilers, or, saying the non-spoiler part of the comment and then saying, okay, the rest of it is probably spoilers, you're not going to want to read that. I appreciate that, but also I'm very curious. And also, you guys better be behaving, because I cannot vet these comments right now. Someday I'll go back and I'll be able to read them and be like, oh, they were talking about this, or oh, blah, 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 blah. But as of right now, I am staying away from those comments, so I hope that everyone is still behaving and following the rules. Okay. So, I'm gonna do a loop-de-loop around this way. And we best just pray that we get pathing to the sides, because this is a little weird. This is a little quirky. Okay. Now the other big announcement, big thing to talk about, because the comments was one thing, but this is the other thing, right? Or is there a third thing? I don't know. Guys, Maybe you would love to hear this. Maybe you would hate to hear this, but it is what it is. I'm redoing my notes. After last episode, I just couldn't take it anymore. The J of my personality just couldn't take it anymore. You know, the planning type in me was like, these notes are a mess. They're all over the place and I could do so much better. I have no clue how I'm going to, like, if and how I would take pictures of these notes and share them, because it's far too many pages. But I did take some video footage of me starting to redo these notes, just in the general sense. It's not really the notes. It's kind of like vibes. Okay. And so that might be utilized for something at some point, so you guys would know what I'm talking about. Or maybe I can do like a little short video of just like flipping through so you can visually see what it looks like. But I have redone my notes. I know I'm standing here right now for a reason. Okay. Chill. In 1 second, I will get everything taken care of. Okay. I've redone my notes using my book of graph paper, because I was like, I don't want to keep using pages in my other book, because I use that book for notes for other sorts of things. And I was like, this graph paper book I've had for literally such an incredibly long time. It's free. It's got tons of space. You know, like, let's just use this. And the square grid aspect can be helpful as well. So I've split each page into 4 quadrants, and each quadrant is a room. So I have dedicated note space for every single room. And so far I've filled out just the room number and the, like, I used knowledge that I remembered of the game, but also I did use one of the recent videos to go back through and reference the, like, these rooms, like the order that they are in and the door placements of them. But that's all I did, just to help things go a little bit smoother in order to get the basics down of all of the rooms. But now I'm going to have to go through and, like, I wanted to start transferring the notes, but the notes are so messy. I didn't want to just make these notes be messy, but transferred. So I'm going to have to be looking at a lot of things and taking notes fresh. I'll explain it more as we go through, I guess. But I did want to see... Okay, so this one is also cost not available, we'll say, I guess. I could write down the rarity and things like that. I don't think it's really that important, though. And then the cost for that is not available. Spare bedroom. Okay, so rotunda. How much does the rotunda cost? 3. Okay. So yes, I'm writing down each room and how much it costs and the door positioning that it has. But I learned something important while doing this. The door positioning is subject to change. That's not exactly true. I always thought that you entered through the, like, door that's pointing down. Or, yeah, kind of. I mean, I knew you didn't, but I kind of thought you did. But basically, the room will be drafted so that the outside wall is placed outside, if it can be. So sometimes I draft the parlor and it's pointing, because I knew that they turned, but I thought that they turned more so because I was drafting, like, I was standing in a different direction. But I don't think that that's the case. Like, the parlor can be drafted on the left side of the house, and you enter through that left door and you walk to the right. But also the parlor can be drafted on the right side of the house so that you enter through that south door and you walk to the left. So I've drawn the door placement for every room, but I do know now that they can, like, kind of switch depending on where you're drafting it. And I've written down the, like, you know, the things about the rooms, but I haven't fully gotten the cost written down for all of them yet. Let me see if there are any, like, the ones that I could remember I wrote down, and the ones that I happened to see while I was going through the video I wrote down. But walk-in closet will write down, and attic will write down as 3. and storeroom, I believe, is free. Yeah, okay. So if it's free, they just don't put a cost. Oh, I already had that written down. Okay. I got the first couple of pages written down. So yeah, I will want to go through and make sure that I rewrite those for everything, like the costs, because I'm missing that, but then also the notes. So in that room, I don't really want to walk back in, but I do have extra steps today. So if we write down our notes for the furnace, the breaker, utility, the utility room, and please excuse if the audio is crazy today because I have to work around this microphone and I keep hitting my desk and the microphone and there's page noises. So the breaker box, it costs 0. I'm just going to put that it has key card, entry, system, and it has garage that you want to turn from off to on. And then there's this last one. It looks like it says carpet. I don't know what it says, but there's no switch for it, so I can't do it anyway. You know? But it is curious. And that would be the general gist of the notes for that room. Now in this room, the hallway? Yeah, okay, this is the hallway. Don't worry, I have an entire different section for orange rooms. Let me get to it. Okay, hallway right here. I'm just going to simply write that there's a red typed note. And then let's write it down. I don't think that there are many other notes to take in this room. The bedroom, so far, I will transpose the pawn and swan notes that I had for these rooms, but I'll do that some other time because I already have it noted down for most of them. Things that I would note in this room, like there is a top hat in here. Seems kind of like it could be important, I suppose. There is a picture and she's wearing a moon necklace. So we'll say, like at this point, I'm thinking everything you can interact with is going to need to be noted down at some point. You know, it's getting to be that serious. So where are the purple? Well, I'm trying to call them violet rooms at this point. Okay, I've got my violet room here. I will say picture of woman, short hair moon necklace. I don't remember who she is. The moon necklace is the backwards moon. So we'll take note of that. And then this room otherwise I'd say is clear. No, it's not, because we also have this. Greetings from Reddington postcard. Okay. And I've noted that Reddington is in red and it is typed. Okay. Well, that's all for that room. No items or anything. I don't want to get too caught up in the notes that I'm not getting the items that I need from the rooms. Okay. So this room has a lot going on as well. And we do have to still go outside and draft the outdoor room. I'll get to that. I will. Okay. Should we draft that? I don't know. So do I need to look at any of this right now? There's just the parlor key. That's the only thing. Okay. Keycard system. Let's turn everything here to low. Low, confirm. And offline mode is unlocked, confirm. Okay. Do I need to note down this stuff? I'm not going to note that down right now. But this stuff could be important. But unless something by hand. I don't remember the words in the middle, but I can see the rest enough to tell that that's what it says. Okay. Back to the security room. Back, you demons, back. Security, okay. And I've noted down which rooms I know of that are power rooms as well. This cost 1 gem, if I remember correctly. And, okay. So, what have we got here? We've got view, inventory. We've got key card, set to low / unlocked unless key card. And then we've got terminal password, swan song. Okay, so they're telling me blue memos equals true. Now, is it just red notes handwritten? Unless written by hand is what it says. Unless written by hand. I don't know if that counts for blue as well. Blue memos equals true. Red memos equals lie, unless written by hand. The weird thing, though, is that I don't know how true this note is. You know? I mean, it does have a crown and a flourish and a swirl. But I don't know if that should be noted down. So as of right now, I'm not going to note it down because I still have all this stuff. Staff notice. Is there any weird... There's some italics. And in the laboratory, any questions are going to raise possibly direction is always to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Okay, I'm going to write down house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Because we're starting to see names more and more and more often. And I want to have it very clear who each person is. Okay. Whoa. And then these. I don't want to write down this whole thing. I feel like even if I'm writing down these notes, if I'm not writing them in the exact format that they are showing up in, I'm still going to be missing something. Like, I feel like I need to write this with all of the same words on the lines that they are on, and like in all caps and all that. I can't though. I'll have to revise it later, I guess, if that's what I feel like I need to do at some point. So for now, I'll have to just try and remember. They're all caps. That at least. I did, the other one said antechamber. And that was in bold, so I did underline that to indicate the boldness of it. But otherwise, I don't know. I'm writing this as I'm talking, and it's very difficult. But I'm doing it. Also, there was something else I was going to say about the note-taking aspect of all of this. I don't remember. Okay, my hand needs a break from writing, and I filled up all the space on my section for this room anyway, unfortunately. So, I want to make sure that I write down all memos and notes, but if there is a full-on book in a room, that will probably get its own page. I don't know, we'll have to see. And I think I'll just do like a couple of those a day so that I'm not just constantly, doing all my notes. So we filled in a couple of, we could check a couple of these rooms off our list. The security, the bedroom, the hallway, and the utility closet I think are pretty good, pretty solid. So let's draft this room and then go outside and draft the outdoor room. We definitely want to get breakfast nook over here. So what is the last room that I needed to revisit for my notes of last time? See, I still have to cross-reference my notes of last time. I don't think I want to go in there yet. Office, patio, nook pantry. Okay, it's the patio. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's grab these things. but not draft anything. And I'm not double taking the notes in here yet, because like I said, I need a break. We got to get going. We've got to get going. Go, 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 go. There was definitely something else I wanted to say, and I've noted down all of these sections of the place as well. The grounds, the west path, the orchard, all that. I will have a section for notes on all of those spots as well. We're just going to have to, start getting everything. Schoolhouse. Do I want extra classrooms? If I check my notes, a classroom has one pathway out of it. It's like a corner room. I don't know how much it costs. Or do I just want shrine again? I think for now I just want shrine again. Let's see what should we see what a small blessing would give us? The shrine, I'm going to be writing down what I get from different amounts of money, probably, as blessings. It doesn't seem like there's anything else in here unless I'm supposed to count the number of candles or something. This is the same as it was before, right? Because I've done 5 before, and that got me the conservatory, right? Now I do have 9 coins. We could make an even bigger one. I think the other number I did was like maybe 3? Let's just do 2 coins. Oh, okay. We've gotten this one before. Okay, Blessing of the Dancer. Write it down. Write it down. We are paying gems to spin floor plans. I highly doubt I'm going to end up having enough gems to utilize that in any sort of helpful way. But, there's no taking it back. Okay, so let's go on in and keep drafting. So we've already gone to the security room and gotten that handled. Oh, I did want to also take note of like stuff here. Take note of this here. I wanted to note things for the entry hall as well. All of these places. But, we'll chip away as we go. That's what I was going to say is, I know that some of you might just be like, just look at the VODs, just get it all down. Whatever, like, why do you have to re-go through it during the gameplay? Do it in the VODs, and or if you're gonna just do all of this craziness, just take screenshots of everything. If they wanted me to take screenshots of everything, then they would have put a screenshot function in the game, and they didn't. I'm just saying. So, and they literally tell you, grab a notepad, maybe a journal, take some notes. I'm going to do it the way that it's intended to do it, in the cool puzzle solvey way. I'm not just going to take screenshots of things, because that's close to just Googling a screenshot. And then that's close to just Googling the answer. And then what are we even doing? The gems are on the table behind you. Okay, well, that's false. Yeah, I double checked. It's false. The gems are in this box. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. If this box were false, then that would mean that every statement claiming where the gems are is false is not false. So they could be I'm sorry. I'm just sitting closer to my desks today because I have 2 desks and one's off to my side and then the other one is in front, and normally my computer's on the one in front and then the notes are on the side, but now the notes are in front. Oh, so I keep hitting the desk with my hands. I'm sorry. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. If this box were true, Is that kind of weird that it has a false thing on it? You know? I don't know. That's confusing. So let's pretend that this box is false. Can you just stop walking, Simon? Okay. So if this is false and that is false, then that would mean this box is true. But if this box is false, like, what do I do with the second statement? If this box is true, then I would want to think that that second statement is false because it's a statement claiming where the gems are. But I also would want to think that it's true because it's on this box, which is a true box. But if this box is false, okay, let's pretend that every statement claiming where the gems are is false is the true box, quote unquote. And so then we think of that statement as false. The gems are in the blue box is false. The gems are on the table behind you is false. And the gems are in this box is false. Then that would mean that the gems are in the black box. If that is a true statement, and then we look at the statement underneath it and we go with the truth of it, which is that it's false. But if this is a false box, then that means that any one of these statements could be true. But we know this one isn't. That's a non-issue. But the gems are in the blue box could be true, or the gems are in this box could be true. I'm going to say it's the black box. But this one is really weird. Which one was it? I guess you can't know because then you'd get the gems. I just don't like that they were putting two statements on one box and claiming the truth of the statement on the box, you know? Because it was kind of creating a bit of a paradox. I thought the most sense would be if you assume that this is true, and the true box, and then all of, like, they're saying that all the statements are false, so that would be false, that would be false, and that would be false. And then you're definitely left with just this box, right? Blue box is false, that box is false, so this box. But I guess they wanted me to not do that. Okay, that's a huge loss. Actually is a huge, huge, huge loss. It's okay, keep going. Let's just do kennel. It makes the most sense here. Now, this day might not be very good at all, because I'm not getting any benefits so far of any real tangible kind. I'm not getting dig spots. I'm not getting a shovel or, you know, any extra items. Like, all I got was spinning floor plans, which is, it's just really not helpful. I would love to do this right now, but I have to be prepared to have a lot of gems to draft for the next things if I do this. And I don't think that I do. But because of how incredibly difficult it is to come across, we'll draft it there anyway. And then we'll try and get gems from this side. This day might be completely shot. It's tough to say. Too early to call. But that is the inclination. So we're gonna have to go West Wing Hall or Den. Pathing is not pretty. We'll go Den because of the gem. Thank you. So yeah, I'm not gonna stop to retake notes on any of these rooms right now. We'll save it for a different day. But I will stop to be taking notes and figuring things out on things that I have new information on. Like, you know, the patio. I'm going to check that. But I'm not rechecking the basics in every room. These notes just are going to have to grow over time. So we're going to have to go West Wing Hall because I really just can't stand to make dead ends yet. We're going to have to go spare bedroom because I'm going to need more pathing. Or should we try and keep this path kind of contained so that we have a lot of pathing with the boiler room section? No, not yet. I'd prefer if the spare bedroom was also just drafted, okay? I'd prefer it. I didn't get anything, but oh well. Now, I guess we'll go pantry here. Banana, thank you. Coins, thank you. And we'll go here. What's up with these things today? Like, what's up with these rooms? I don't want these rooms. I don't want these rooms at all. This is really bad. Okay, a gem. My soap bar gem, thank you. Almost had it drafted next to a bedroom. It's very close. Okay. Imagine, in order to get to the pantry, you have to walk through this spare bedroom. It's so weird. Okay, let's go this way. I think it's very clear. We all know I'm going chapel here. Items? Items? No items. Okay. This is just getting uglier and uglier. Uh-oh. I'll say it once again. It's getting uglier and uglier. These rooms are such garbage. If I have exactly 2 green rooms, double my gems. I do not. The shrine is blue outside, and then I have 0. Okay. Then maybe we'll get more gems by being able to come through here in some capacity and get something here. Metal detector gets me coins and keys, but not gems usually. And by usually, I think I mean always. Oh, this is bad, bad, bad. Do we go storeroom here? Or dining room for pathing? I really do need gems and keys. I need dining room for pathing. But the dining room never gives me anything. Like, there's just never anything in here. Okay, so they've got these coins for me. And that's it from the metal detector. Okay. I will go this way. Never mind. I will go this way. Oh, thank God. Okay. Ooh, I really like the way that the West Wing Hall connects up with everything. But the billiard room would give me more keys. The chapel door was locked anyway. So forget about it, right? I thought the billiard room was going to connect, like, in the orientation that it looks like right now, so that it would be, like, connecting down to the chapel and it would cut me off from the north. But it's still giving me the north path. So yeah, a billiard room is probably good enough for me. Oh, God. Good enough for me. Nothing additional in here, but we can do our little puzzle. 14. Okay, 3 squared. 9. 9. Order of operations goes from interior to exterior. Where's my other note, though? Purple is divide. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. Okay. 5 squared is 25. And then you do the pink next, which is multiply times 2 is 50. Divided by 10 is 5. I was on that already, but thank you. I absolutely hate it when they just give me the silver key. I'm sorry. It's just, like, so dumb. Like, nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for that. Okay. The veranda is not what I need. It's the patio. So we're going to have to go West Wing Hall. I'm going north rather quickly. And unfortunately not collecting anything of importance. Which is kind of crazy. I'm holding on to this one gem for dear life. Unless I can spend it in order to obtain another gem. Which hasn't happened yet. Wait, yeah, why do I have a gem after the courtyard? Didn't I spend my gem for the courtyard? I guess I had two, and I wasn't thinking about it. Because I had one from the den and one from the utility closet, I guess. Okay, fine. I mean, yeah, I'll just do conference room because the other ones are pointless, and I hate them. So sorry. Anything suspicious in these notes? No. Like, sometimes I just thought that the writing was quirky, you know? I wasn't thinking I needed to write it down. But now I'm like, it wasn't just quirky. It was a secret. I should have known all this time. I should have known. So I have a key and a silver key. Did I try this door yet? I didn't. Okay. Okay. Doing the pool draft here could allow me to get the pump room drafted down next to the boiler room. That would be fire. I just need more gems. Unfortunately, I'm going to need more gems, but I guess we can just do that. I might just be cut off from everything, though. Like, it could get ugly immediately, in the blink of an eye. Yeah. So all these doors are locked. And I have nothing special or important. Okay. I'll use my silver key here. We could go dark room because sometimes you get a gem from there, or we could go locker room because it would, no, we can't go locker room. I don't have the stuff for it. Okay, we're gonna go dark room. I gotta walk in and then I gotta walk all the way back. Okay, but that is a regular door, right? And then that is a keycard door. I'm gonna walk all the way back and flip the breaker switch. And I'm just gonna assume that I'm taking the right path because I have an impeccable memory when it comes to this kind of thing, and I never, ever have to cross-reference with my notes. I mean, with my map. Only a loser would have to do that sort of thing. And that is something of which I am not. I am really quite genius. I actually made it, guys. I don't know if it was optimal pathing, but I did make it. Dark room on. Okay. Keep going. Yeah, that might be slightly more optimal pathing to pass through the bedroom. But otherwise, I think it was pretty much the only pathing you could take. So. Well, yeah, and maybe not going through the chapel. Nah, you have to go through the chapel. Okay. Why am I going up? What am I heading towards? Oh, the dark room. The dark room. Okay. We're going to the dark room. We're hoping that there is a gem or something else incredibly helpful in there. I guess it's in the dark room. Okay. Well, so the metal detector does not detect things. I mean, I might be able to use that to help me out in a small capacity. But I still desperately need gems. The metal detector does not detect things even in the dark room, which doesn't really make sense, but... Because I stepped in, right? I did step in. Okay, so... These pictures might have significance and might be things that I want to like retake notes on. That is definitely Hartley's room. Yeah, but in the background there, the servants' quarters room with the suitcase. I remember. But I need the magnifying glass in order to retake those notes. So now this man is my uncle. Yeah, that is my uncle, but this man, is that my uncle? Like, is that the same man? He doesn't have a mustache. And he has a different hairstyle, and he has light eyebrows. But I didn't know if this was like maybe from an earlier time. I think this is a different man. Okay. Like, I feel like I'm going to need to learn all of the different people at some point, visually. And I feel like that's going to be kind of tough. Okay. So I think that this is her ladyship, which I think is, Clara? Because she's in all of the relevant stuff. But this, I don't think is her ladyship. This, she's sitting in the office. Okay. But I thought that this was Marion Marigold. But maybe not. There are two maids slash servants slash house manager. You know, I don't really know what those women are, but okay, so we'll go this door next because it doesn't need a key. Okay. This is really unfortunate because I'd love to get the walk-in closet, but I can't because I don't have a gem. So the only thing I can draft is the freezer, but that would be so bad for me unless I just want to end the day. It could be a tactical move, but I'm trying to do something with the boiler room. So, storeroom. Okay, storeroom. Okay, we got that. 2 keys and a gem. Nothing extra from the, what do you call it? From the metal detector. Okay. Do I just use my 1 gem and try to draft the pump room down there? It only costs 1 gem. You know, I've been thinking, oh, I want to get more gems, but maybe like, nah, like why am I waiting so long? We have 1 gem and you only need 1 gem, so let's just try and draft it, right? Because I have it in my drafting pool already. So I kind of should have done it earlier when I had the extra dice. We just have to hope that these aren't treasure maps, right? We just have to hope that, you know, the fates are with us. We just have to hope that the fates are with us and that they're going to give us exactly what we need. Even though it seems very unlikely. Let's just hope. Hope and pray. Hope and pray. That was not the right way to go at all. That was the right way to go if you want to go to the utility box, but otherwise, not good. Why did I mess up the box thing? Why did I mess up the box? Okay. Here we go. Please, please, please. Okay. That's okay because we think that the gymnasium is a power room. No, we don't. We think that, well, it has to be. I never wrote it down, but I mean, it has to be. Right? Because, I mean, you turn the lights on and off. Like, it would make no sense for it not to be. But I might need to flip the breaker switch in order for the power to go through this room. Okay, probably our last chance. Here we go. Okay. So, we have to go locker room here. And a key card. No. That's not what I need. I need regular keys. Regular keys. Okay, so we could get gems through here, but I'm gonna have to go all throughout the house. Did you guys want to, like, perhaps give me a shovel in here? No shovel. What in the world do you even do in this game when they don't give you any items? Just cry, I guess. No, the pump room right there is just so unbelievably insulting and rude. And just bad, bad, bad. The drawing room pathing is lovely. Ugh, it's so great, but I just don't have any gems today. Like, I highly doubt the power goes through the locker room and the foundation, right? Like, the foundation having power. Well, it does have this lift. I don't know if the locker room has power. I never concluded whether it had power or not. Should we YOLO try and test it? I feel like the chances of the boiler room connecting to the pump room on that other pathing isn't very good because they wouldn't really want to give you a corner. Well, they give you corner rooms when you don't want them anyway. Seeing as we have no... Wait, the pump room doesn't cost any gems? This is driving me insane. Did I confirm last time that the locker room is not a power room or not? This is for science. It's for science. Like, look, that's a powered thing. I could believe if this room has power. For science. Why are you giving me a dig spot in here? For science. Let's turn the power on. And let's see what happens. Because otherwise I think this day is, like, over. Turning the power back on in the gymnasium. Okay. And go back through here. I could go to the security room, change the security setting to high now that I have the key card. I could, but I'm busy doing something else. So we have to power this on. All three activate. Okay. It's going through here. I'm going to lose some extra steps. It's going through here. I don't know if it's going through here. It's, let's just pretend, going through here. It doesn't look good, guys. I don't think the power's on. Is this more power than this room had before? No, I don't think so. It doesn't seem like I can interact with anything. I think it'll just start working. Perhaps? If the power were to be connected? I wish you could tell. But I can only tell when I'm drafting the rooms. So I would never be able to tell about the foundation anyway. I don't really know. Is it? No, because this would light up or something. I think it would go straight to this. Because, like, look, the duct does go straight down like that. Okay. So, I mean, the estate has power, but I don't think I have really any pathing that's going to be able to get anything done that I wanted to get done. What I will do is use a key on a couple of these doors. Oh, I picked randomly, but I'm not supposed to be picking randomly. I don't know. Just go anywhere. An apple. And here. Gems! Okay, finally. So, we did that. I can't even really tell if that room is like actually bringing power over properly. We did that. If I go back, we're gonna go to the security room. I'm changing the priorities here. So that I can use all my keys for the lockers. Because I also have the lockpick kit. 7 keys. Okay. So keycard system. We're going to set it to high. Okay, yeah. And then we're going to set the offline mode to locked. Why? I just don't understand why this part matters. Like, wouldn't I have to turn the keycard entry system back on? Like, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just put the... why wouldn't I always put the keycard entry system... the keycard door... How many doors that have keycards? You would put it to high, and then you'd put offline mode to unlocked. If you have the breaker box. Why wouldn't I do that? I always put it to low and unlocked. But why wouldn't I put it to high and unlocked? Because it's easy. I don't know. We'll just do this, though, because I think that works, too. I feel like there are multiple configurations that work, depending on which items you have in your house. Like, I have the breaker box, and I have the key card. So, I feel like I could do, like, 2 different things. But whatever. Okay, the thing that I don't have is steps. So, I do want to prioritize the locker room. Because I want to be able to possibly get food. But I don't have any keys. So we have to try and check a few of these rooms. Why aren't they giving me anything? This is just a really bad day. I think I'm going to run out of steps. I mean, that's a dead end, isn't it? Yeah, so I shouldn't go that way. I mean, they're all dead ends, kind of. Like, I don't think I can make it to any other place. They didn't give me anything. I'm just gonna be exhausted and go to sleep. I'm so confused. What kind of day was this? What happened? What's going on? I had 90 steps. What happened? Where are all the items? There's 7 keys in this house. Where? Am I crazy, guys? What? The metal detector never went off through all of these rooms. Since I drafted the locker room, I went foundation, which I don't really know if they would put one in there. Well, anyway, I went foundation, gymnasium, boiler room, kennel, parlor, corridor, entrance hall, security, bedroom, breakfast nook, den, west wing hall, chapel, courtyard, dining room, billiard room, west wing hall. There's not enough room for 7 keys. There's only 4 rooms I haven't stood in, or 4 or 5. Did the metal detector just stop detecting keys? Am I crazy? Has it been detecting them and I didn't notice? What's going on? I'm so confused. Just draft it. Yeah. Banana, 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 banana. They should let you eat those. They should let you eat those. Okay, I don't know. This day was garbage. I kind of want to go for another day, but then it's going to be too long. What happened? Where did it all fall? I mean, it fell apart with the parlor. No, it fell apart with the shrine. Okay. A 2-coin blessing is not worth it in any capacity. It's really just not. I was trying to save some of my money, though. Okay. For the sake of everything, I'm going to save and continue. We're going to do another run. It's going to be a quick one. And in 1 or 2 of these rooms, like if it's a room that only has a little like postcard note thing in it, I'm going to hold it up and then I will take the notes not during the recording. And you guys can just know, yeah, I retook notes on that specific thing. Why is it taking so long? Okay. Cause I just feel like I got whiplash with that and I don't even know what was going on. But obviously we don't actually have time to do another day, but it's going to be a speed run day. We still have the spin blessing. But if I get the shrine again, can I get another blessing? And or let's just get something else. I'm just going to draft this room immediately. I feel like Schoolhouse isn't the best idea because I was trying to go for a quick day. Quick day. Okay. Thank you. Can I have this, please? Thank you. And there we go. Thank you. Why are these things like so hard for me to click on? Tool shed I don't think has any other secrets in particular. Let's get out of there. Okay. So yeah, I want to further my notes, but I want to go quickly. If there are notes on the entry hall, we have this, which I don't think has any notes in it. Okay. We have this. Magnifying glass is Morajai 4, the White Sea of Yore. Okay. I can write that down in my not new notes, in my other notes that had to do with all of the places. I'm assuming white is the color, not blue, even though that's the color of the stamp. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, no tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Okay, I get it. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. Okay. May not stay overnight. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, if there are any notes in there that I find are worthy of noting down, like any suspicious things, like underlined, bold, handwriting, maybe I'll note it down later. And then there's also these 2 statues. There's Bowtie Man, and there is, I mean, I can tell you who these guys are. We've got, Bowtie Man, Lord William Epson, and Baron Thomas Sinclair. So that's Thomas Sinclair, and this is Epson. Okay. I don't know if we need to know that, but I do know it. Hallway. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. We already got the notes in this room. Oh. You're already giving me extra things? Sweet. I'll take it. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Bedroom. Okay, and then this side. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Boudoir. Like, I want to get something, like some sort of noteful information to take down somewhere. Okay, so notes on the boudoir. I would note this photo. And then there's a safe there, but like, we already know there's a safe in that room and you can't like interact with it or anything. So there's that. Other things that I would note. Do we have to note that there's one candle missing? I don't know. Ballet dancer or the box. I think the main thing to note in this room would be that there's a safe, which I will be noting down all the rooms that have safes. So as far as I know, it's the postcard, it's the safe. There's no other notable things. Okay. Next, Den, obviously, would be the right way to go here. And the den, future me is going to want to note down that the swans in the room. Also, there are a lot of clocks in this room. There are actually, if I want to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are not clocks. 6. 6 clocks in this room, future me. Note it down. Note it down. Okay. And there's no cards. Like, there's no readable card in this room. Okay. Next. The chapel? We could put there. I'm taking kind of a linear path, but it's fine. Chapel has no cards to note down, and the other notes I can transfer on the things in the windows. I have that in my notes. Like, I can transfer that, I think. Okay. Let's do storeroom here. This seems like a fine spot for the storeroom. Coin, key, gem. Storeroom notes, I'd say Swimbird I already noted down. We'll note down the pawn, obviously, at some point. This looks a little suspicious. Like, a little significant. Otherwise, I'd say there's no notes as far as I know for that room. Okay. Next. Sorry, but next. The walk-in closet might be good there. Or we can just do workshop. There's not a lot of good pathing anyway. Let's just do walk-in closet. The earlier and the more items we get, maybe the better everything will go. Okay, so walk-in closet, we want to note down that it's got this picture of this woman again. With the mole and with the tied back hair. We think that might be Clara. Not sure. Otherwise, I mean, these things are just going to be very random to me. But don't worry, the pawn, the swan, they're going to get noted. Even though I don't think it matters at all. Okay. Yeah, otherwise I don't know what to do with that room. So that's a couple rooms to re-get some notes on. I'll cover that. Okay, we've got ourselves a little coin purse. Okay. And we already did the notes for this room. Okay, no other items. Sure, go this way. Breakfast nook. Yeah, go breakfast nook. Very weird that we're blocking off the entry hall, but... Okay, thank you. So the nook... We know it has the rook. We know it has a jukebox. And then we know that it has this, which just to keep it all in one video for the sake of it. There, I can take notes on that. But see, they say a pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool. You know? Okay. Beside. We already know beside. But if I want to take notes on this, it's right there. And then this page, it's right there. Okay. Moving on. Which way am I walking? Parlor, utility closet, corridor, probably. I tried to get all these important rooms at the beginning last time because they never ever show up for me later on. The utility closet, the security room, the boiler room. And it did not pay out at all. It was terrible. Okay, the corridor. I feel like I want to note down the different hats in these rooms too. But like, I think that am I getting too fixated on all of the different repeated elements? like the different hats that are in the rooms, or the candlesticks, like the significance of the candlesticks. Like, am I looking too far into it? It's just that, you know, those items are found throughout the house. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go pantry here. And then let's actually just backtrack for a second and do that other path. Da 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 da. Over this way. Okay. I hate the fact that I'm giving myself homework. Like, I like to do the things during the video because not only then do you guys know what I'm noting down, but, you know, it's all kind of happening at once. But now I've given myself so much homework. It's just not fun. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun, but, like, it's time consuming. Okay, well, we got a shovel. Otherwise, the courtyard in terms of notes. I don't think I have much. I don't know. Maybe there's something significant with the trees or something. I don't know. Let's continue this way. The library, obviously. Okay. So, I am not going to check something to check out yet. I would like to recheck out all of these books at some point in order to reference them a second time. But what if I get the bookshop and then I want to get the new book that I buy, you know? Nah, let's just check out one anyway. Because we're going to get to them all eventually. So we're going to have to recheck the books so that I can retake the notes. I know, it's ridiculous. If I want to take notes on this card, it's right there. The book request form we already had opened. Otherwise, I'd say this room doesn't have many other notes. The stuff upstairs, I believe, is not a part of the game. I've never seen it before. I guess maybe it only shows up once you have earned a trophy. I knew that the trophy room existed, but I had never ever gotten it before. It's 5 gems. I don't have 5. That's insane. That's so cool, though. It gives you 8 gems, so you get 3 gems, really. Well, I think I have to get the bookshop because the mailroom is a dead end, and I'm just really not about that right now, and we didn't draft it yesterday, so it's not like there would be a package here today. So I'll go bookshop. Maybe we end up getting enough money for a book, but I don't know, because I'm speed running. 50, 40, 28, 8. Okay, I mean, some of them, like the really spicy ones, we don't have yet, like the money for, but those lower tier ones I might be able to get. But otherwise, bookshop notes is going to be this page. So any notes that I want to take on that, and like a lot of the notes that I'm going to be taking will be the same notes that I already took. The first time that I took them, I don't really know where I put them. Like all of my notes you guys have seen if you looked at my posts on my channel, you've seen that everything's jumbled together. And so I have the correct information, but I don't necessarily have the origin. I don't know where I got that specific piece of information. And so because of the way that I'm doing the notes now, I want them to be belonging, because they're room-specific notes, as we've now learned. You have to go into the nook and look at the card, you know? So I want now my notes to know which room they're coming from. So it's basically like I have to re-review the things in the rooms to see, okay, so that note that I took about that piece of paper, I already have the note written down, but I can now transfer it into the bookshop section of my new notes because I know that that information came from the bookshop. Does that make sense? Okay. We're going to do a really easy parlor puzzle because I failed the last one. And so I believe they have told me that the puzzles will reset. I think I already looked at this note today. But there we go, throw it up there one more time. And otherwise, I mean, yeah, this is the room. Okay. 2 false statements. This is the only true statement. The white box is empty. Okay, so if this is the only true statement is true, then there are 2 false statements that would have to be false, which doesn't make any sense. So this has to be false. There are 2 false statements is also false. So let's say that this is false and this is false, because this one I'm assuming is true, right? So if this is false and this is false, the white box is empty, then that means the white box is true. I mean, it's full. Okay, gimme. Go. Utility. Is not what I want. Do I want to go passageway here? I mean, I desperately need pathing. So yeah, we're gonna have to go passageway. Okay. Passageway, as far as I know, has nothing except for power because of the ducts. So that will be noted down accordingly. Passageway this way. I would appreciate the morning room. Yes, very much so. Okay. We have the gems there. Where's the... Oh, okay. Oh, and a few little coins on the ground there in the corner. Okay, so as far as the morning room goes, there are some paintings on the wall, but that's the type of thing that I don't know if that... Like, I don't know when I would make a note of that. I feel like I need to know first what I'm looking for. Like, it's too complex of something to note down now. But any notes that I wanted to take from here, there were some number relevant notes that I took from here. We can note those down. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything here. Can't turn the page. Okay. Moving on. Do I need the commissary? Gems, keys, shovel. I'm gonna go West Wing Hall. Okay, yeah, there was nothing else to jot down there. Okay, the West Wing Hall has this. Okay. Note that down for myself. Okay, that's not a secret. Most of these, I'm not seeing anything noteworthy in them, or if there was something noteworthy, I already noted it. So it's not like I'm going to be discovering a whole bunch of things when I'm taking these notes down and not recording, so don't worry. It's really just for transcription purposes. I'm going to go spare bedroom, just because I kind of do want to connect up to the pantry. I feel like it's kind of dumb to not connect up to it. Okay, spare bedroom. I don't think there's anything of note in here as of right now. Keep going. Pantry. We can take another look at this note. There you go. That's the bridge. The bridge note. And then this apple. And then, I don't know. I don't think I need to take a note of all the stuff written on the boxes, do I? I wouldn't think so. Okay. So running up through this way. I've already drafted like a third, almost a half of the house. So no worries. We're getting there. And I have many resources. The patio! Yes! Okay, I finally got to do something. The day is, or like the video is not redundant. I just didn't want it to be redundant. Like, you know? What do I post if it's just the same as it's always been? Okay. I'm learning something new here. Otherwise, no notes, right? No notes, I don't think. Okay. This will be a big note. Big note. Buried below. Occasionally, you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms in the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Okay. Like, because there was that handwriting mixed in with the other handwriting on these notes on multiple occasions, I didn't think anything of it because I thought it's stylistic. I was wrong. Okay, so where have I been writing that note? I've been writing it over here. Bridge beside west patio is buried. And so the order of the checked boxes was... It was patio, nook, office, pantry, I think. Patio, nook, buried beside office, west, bridge. Buried beside west bridge. Okay. Sure. We'll have to go check it out. I have 54 steps. We'll check it out. Don't worry. We'll get there. I'm thinking gymnasium? It's really the only pathing. Buried beside West Bridge. I mean, it kind of figures that that's what it would be, buried beside West Bridge. Like, I kind of already looked for that, but I'll look harder. Okay? I'll do it. Gymnasium? I'm not seeing anything to note down. But what do I know? Next. I don't know what I want here. Laboratory, and then we hope that we draft the boiler room after. The laboratory, I feel like, could have a lot of notes, but I'm going to focus on the things that are clickable, you know? So there's this page. Seems pretty uniform in its looks. There's the computer. There's this note. Okay. There's this. But I already got that. But I mean, I'll know how to note it down. Okay, sure, you get it. I'm stressed. Things aren't working out for me. There's this. Okay, sure, whatever. And there's this note. This says complete thaw. Cooler is unaffected, I believe, but it's still really small for me. Yeah. So we have those notes that I can jot down things about. There are no items. I can do an experimental house feature real quick. Does this have any secrets? Okay, I mean, if you have the magnifying glass, you can just reference them right here. You don't have to reference back and forth between the two pictures, but that's just for convenience sake. I believe it's all the same. Probably. Okay. Well, the red card. Okay. Experiment setup. 2 or more gems. Each time he finds some trash while digging, immediately. Let's do each time you find the trash while digging, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Like, let's just make the allowance go up, 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 up. Why not, you know? Because then it's going to make the book buying easier every single time that we do that. Okay, this note. Okay, we're going to have to note that down. So should I keep going or should I go back? I guess keep going. And hope that we get the boiler room. We didn't. Okay. So we go dark room because we know that it has power connected to it. And then it's the only place that I can draft off of anyway. So just draft in the dark. And the boiler room, I don't think I have it noted down yet, but I will try to check to see if we know the cost. I don't have it noted down. Did it cost me something last time? The pump room didn't. So I think maybe the boiler room does. Let's try it. Oh, the pool room. I got tricked. I don't know if the pool room has power. I couldn't say. Pump room. But we're just going to keep pretending that I'm drafting rooms that have power. Oh, wait, did I say that the pool room had power? No, I do not know that the pool room has power. Like, it has not been confirmed for me. Okay, the pump room was rotated the wrong direction because I drafted it in a quick moment and I didn't even think about that. So this is all not helpful anyway. Just to exhaust the rest of the stuff because, like we said, it's a quick day anyway. This would be the only thing that would continue my pathing of any regard. So we run on in here. We can take note of this. The In Eclipse Ball, 1952. And yeah, Clara, she has the hair tied back and the mole. Simon has the bow tie and the mustache in the middle part. Okay. Yeah, like I think that they're attaching pictures to faces. I mean, names to faces deliberately. Okay, and then page 6 music sheet and page 7 music sheet are the ones that I got information from in this room. Sounds like Minecraft. Okay. So, I mean, we're still drafting. For a moment, we are still drafting. I mean, do I care? Let's just go furnace. We're calling it here. So I'm going furnace because I never ever want to draft this room. Oh, allowance! Yay! Okay, and the pathing, it was getting pretty bad anyway, right? So this allows me to check the furnace. Okay, yeah, definitely looks like a power room. We'll note that down. I seemingly cannot do anything in here, and there isn't anything in here. So that would be the majority of what I would note down for that room, but okay, we'll see. So as you guys know, we've got all the notes taken care of. Oh, no, further note in this room. That's the pump control station if I want to note any of that. And then this is this, and I am me. It's less about, you know, a secret, I think, and more just legitimate help, but sometimes things are both. They're legitimate help and a secret. So, I don't know. Did the pool room have a note? Pool room have a note. Okay. There's my pool room note. So, ideally, by next episode, all of these rooms that I have pulled the notes up for, I will have transcribed any necessary and relevant information onto the new notes. Not that you guys are necessarily going to get to see it soon, but just know that it will be done. So I have 33 coins right now. That can give me a 20 and an 8. Do we think I'd get 7 more coins? I have the coin purse. And I have the metal detector. Like, okay, so the courtyard has dig spots that I haven't gotten yet, I think. No, because I got the shovel from the courtyard. Okay, so none of those other rooms had dig spots. I don't think. So outside, whatever I get outside could be more coins. But I think probably let's just buy this book and one of these. I guess volume 4. Because it's before volume 5. So that's going to be a way to cross-reference a book that you can also find in the either 4 or 5 can already be found in the drafting room, I believe. But now I can get it from the library as well. Like, I think that's for one of those is for convenience's sake, I believe. Okay. The last thing to do, check to see if I can find something to dig up out here, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Beside the west bridge. Buried beside the west bridge. I think I already got it. Did I already dig something up over here? Like, this is definitely the west bridge, right? But how much beside it? How close is beside? I mean, there's a river beside it. Like, guys, beside is like totally just river. But I'm holding a shovel. Do I have to like actually click, even though I don't see anything? Maybe I'm too close to it. I'm too beside. Let's go a little further away. Like, do they not know that I know? I know now, guys. I got the note. I mean, I cross-referenced. Ooh. That looks important. Nothing there. I mean, like, the West Bridge is just so, like... It's just right. It's right there. Like, wouldn't you see the dig spot without getting the note? Oh! A small data microchip buried in an old jar. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Okay. Plugged in somewhere. I'm running out of steps. Plugged in somewhere? Data. I mean, I would think the only place that would make sense to plug it in would be a computer. So that you can read what's on the data. Right? I don't know what would work besides a computer. Like, I can think of things that I could imagine maybe you could plug it into. Like something in the boiler room maybe, or something in the, something in the, I don't know. What was the other one? I don't know. But, like, this makes the most sense, doesn't it? But I don't know which computer. Like, I don't know if it matters which computer. Huh. Oh, the utility box is what I was going to say, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they're not... Like, will they... I mean, they'll prompt me. They would prompt me. Dang it. I think I got it, but I still don't know how to use it. So I'm going to have to wait for the moment in which I'm like, oh, that's what you need the data chip for. And then it will get plugged in. Like, I'll have to go and dig it up. I mean, I could dig it up every day. No, not if I don't have the shovel. I was going to say, when I go out to draft the outside room, I can just dig it up. But not if I don't have a shovel at the time. Yeah, I would imagine a computer, but maybe it has to be a specific computer. Or microchip. Possibly something in the basement? I could imagine maybe something in the basement area, but I don't know if I'll be able to get back to it. I don't think I have enough steps. But hey, at least we know that it exists now. It would have been really annoying. Not that I need the gem, guys, I know. But it would have been really annoying if I had figured out the clue, but I didn't have a shovel or something, and I couldn't dig it up, and it would have been like I have to wait another episode in order to find out what it's about. Okay, we purchased 2 books. We figured out the full clue, and we dug up the thing. It's a microchip. I have to be on the lookout and or think in my brain what that might be useful for. I think that's pretty much all that I did today, but hey, don't say I didn't spend a lot of time, because I did. I'm just so curious about it all now. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't even know. I mean, we're still trying to get the power to the pump room and or the laboratory. So that's still something for next episode, and getting enough money for the rest of the books of the bookshop is still a thing. And there are still 1 or 2 rooms I've never drafted that are like known missing rooms. So I'll have to try and work towards those, but they must be super rare. I'm not coming across them ever. But I guess that'll all be for next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye now.